I'm just going to tweak this here, Jeremiah, so we know what's going on.
Got it.
Speak loudly, Kevin.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin, as Jeremiah mentioned, and I'm with the law firm Co-Executor. And we specialize in doing wills, trusts, and elder law. Today, what I'm going to do is fall off a little forward. And my presentation, I'm going to speak on two matters today. The first one's going to discuss who our primary referral groups are and how we help them. And then our second matter, we're going to talk about how we can share with you a technique for getting all of us more referrals. So let me begin with who are our ideal referrals for our law firm. There's three. The first is seniors. We define as seniors anyone over the age of 65, actually 60. Second are parents. A parent, as its name suggests, is going to be an adult who has one or more children under the age of 18, or has a special needs child, which could be a child under 18 or an adult. And the final big piece is our business owners. As its name suggests, it's an individual that owns a share in a business. These are our three major categories of clients. This is a rendition of me by Michael. It's Michael.
It's cartoon Kevin.
Cartoon. There you go. I don't wear that blue tie too often. For all three of these groups, there's one commonality, and that is how we help them. And we do two things to help most of our clients. And these are those. First is to help them avoid unnecessary court proceedings. The two principal court proceedings that we help them avoid are guardianships, which you may have heard of. Those apply to children and elderly people. And the second one's probate. If anyone's been an executor or personal representative for a state, they would have gone and acted as probate courts. We also help our clients reduce their legal costs, estate taxes, and stress in their life. By getting their estate in order in advance, we can reduce a lot of family stress. One other big item we help is to help our clients keep their freedom to decide what is best for them if a significant life event occurs in their life. We say freedom because once you become incapacitated, such as through an accident, a disability, or a serious automobile accident, you no longer have the freedom to choose what's best for you because the court does. And that's where estate plan really shines. So those are the two big things that we try to help our clients with. In that prior scene here, I talked a little bit about what are significant life events. And you know what these are because they apply to everyone's life. And this is a quick list of 8 common ones. Death or incapacity are two of the biggest ones that we deal with. If you're getting married or divorced, you also want to look at getting an estate plan done. Another one, new child or grandchild. Here, this sets up a new beneficiary that someone may want to add to or update with their will. Caring or providing for a pet. We've done this for a couple of the members here where we have, they're concerned with who would take care of the cat or dog in the event they became either incapacitated or they died. If you don't take care of your pet, a good portion of them in the United States are going to be put to death. Another item that we hit on is starting a new business. We provide asset protection for those new business owners and ensure that their business will continue if something causes a disruption in their business. If you're buying a new home, are you going to title that in your own name or the name of your trust? If it's in your own name, it will go through probate. Probate lasts between 6 months and 18 months on general. And finally, if there's a bigger increase or decrease in your net worth or assets, we want to take a look at doing some estate planning because you're setting yourself up for some pitfalls. What I'd like to do now is move into the second part of my speech, and that is going to be how do we get more referrals for everyone here? We've done something successful, particularly Michael with our firm, and that is we ask 2 questions. These same questions are used by us to get referrals for members here. And the first one is, how's everything going on for you? We've asked that question because it looks to have some wide responses, and we're probing. We're looking for these significant life events to occur. Alternatively, we've used, has anything been bothering you lately? purpose of these two questions is to prompt your customer or referral to talk to you. A lot of times when you ask someone, how are they doing lately? What's your typical response?
Right.
Great, or I'm fine. That doesn't really help you move the ball forward as far as what their needs are. These two questions can. So if someone asks you, for example, how's everything going for you lately? You can actually say, if they say fine, you can come back and say, so everything's happy, wealthy, wise with you. How many people do you know that are happy, wealthy, and wise? Very few. So look at these two questions and see if you can apply them to your own businesses. And there's three benefits for using these three questions. For yourself, you'll be able to probably discover a new need that your client or customer has. Second, you can discover something another BNI member can help them with. This was the case for Chris recently when I was going to do a home visit, which is one of the things we do for our clients. It's free appointments and free home visits. When I went to open the door to the clients, guess what? The door wouldn't open. That's pretty much a sure tell sign that we need to have something else done here. So the client had to come from another entrance to open the door to allow me to come in. Through that, we got Chris a job. And my understanding now is that you've got more work there, and they think you're the best thing since canned beer, I think. Is that right?
I'm a go-to guy now.
All right.
The last thing that this would do would make you much more valuable with regard to your own client. When you can present solutions to your clients and enable them to have better results in their business, they'll think more kindly of you. What we'd like to do next in this topic is to talk about two case studies. One's going to be for how you can help us get more referrals, and one for how you can get more referrals in this. I spoke to you a little bit earlier about something called significant life events. These are the keys that we'd like you to walk away today and use with your clients about how you can refer business to us. What we would ask you not to do is talk about wills, trusts, or elder law. If you hear these topics in a conversation, then you want to do one thing. Don't call Gary, call Kevin. These are the keystones for what we do. This is what we focus on. So if you have a difficult time making a referral for us, take a step back and say, wow, is there another approach? And we suggest that there is. Focus on these key items here. If you know someone buying a new home, there's a question of estate planning. Is there going to be someone getting married? Clearly, you want to do some estate planning there to make sure both spouses are set. If they're getting divorced and they had a will, that will actually becomes null because they're no longer married. So that divorcee would need to have a new estate plan. Death and dying and disability go without much speaking about. Those are typical conversations that we need to do. So if you could walk away and think about these and try to look at those two questions that we talked about here. How's everything going for you? Or has anything been bothering you lately? And have probing questions to follow up so you can keep the conversation going. You'll see that you'll help not only our firm, but everybody here. The last item I wanted to focus in on was a case study for this group here, how this system works. Let's say Jim Tate does a sale. He sells a credit card service to a new business. Jim asks the question, how's everything going on lately? And he probes, how are the employee situations going? I'm starting to get the employees up, and we're putting them in place, and we've got to get the payroll going. Well, then he can make an easy referral to Michael Mendia. He can point out that there's no charge to speak with Michael, but Michael might be able to help him and give him some tips on what to do. That gets Michael in. Michael comes in. He asks the same question, how are you guys doing? Well, we're starting our new business. Have you looked at this situation? What happens if one of you would become disabled or would be involved in a serious automobile accident and you couldn't kind of carry on with the business? And the gentleman may say, well, we never even thought of that. Well, let me have you talk with my attorney, Kevin Pillon, that's more. And And he can talk to you about